I'm Michael Hailu. I'm director of CTA, the Technical Center for Agricultural and Rural Cooperation, based in the Netherlands, and I'm here for the FARA Science Week, the Africa Science Week. For many years, CTA has been collaborating with FARA in the previous meetings, as well as we have several other projects that we run together. So this is a very important event because it brings together various stakeholders who are interested in agricultural research and innovation to promote development in Africa in the agricultural sector. And this particular event, I would say, is much different from the last event which I attended, because it had a lot of stakeholders well represented. All the regional farmers organizations were represented. We had the major continental institutions like the African Union Commission and NEPAD. We have many of the major international research institutions like the CGIAR and so on. So in this particular case, I would say that there was a very high level representation. Of course, many of the development partners were also there, with very senior people attending this conference. So this was, I would say, was a uniquely successful event, and for us, CTA, we always try to encourage multi-stakeholder engagement in many of our discussions in addressing agricultural innovation development in Africa. So this was a really good event that brought together all the stakeholders, and I must say there is a good consensus to refocus research to address real issues that farmers face and to contribute to transforming agriculture in Africa. Well, everyone has to be engaged, to ensure that Africa feeds Africa, because as many speakers pointed out, many years ago Africa was fully self-sufficient in food production, but now we import over $50 billion every year. So that's not sustainable, and of course with population growth and the impact, negative impacts of climate change, the situation can even get worse. So definitely Africa has to revamp its efforts, mobilize all sorts of innovations, financial resources, human resources, and so on, to turn this trend around and to be able to produce for itself. Of course, youth have a critical role in terms of large number of young people are entering the labor market, so they will be responsible, of course, for feeding Africa in the future. Whereas on the other hand, many young people are not very keen to continue in agriculture because they see it as a subsistence undertaking with very little future and so on. So we have to create ways to make agriculture more attractive for youth, to move from subsistence occupation more into an agribusiness, so that young people can see future, they can earn good living, and they can also contribute to turning around agriculture in Africa.